Yes! Hello everyone! Hello! Hi, how are you? I am so excited to come with you. Excuse me. Sorry. Sorry. Another video with me, your Lord, your ambassador, the person whom you've been waiting anxiously for every week. And for that, I thank you immensely. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for all of you for tuning in for this another video, this glorious venture into the world of whatever this world is. So, a lot of things happen. Oh, first of all, have you noticed I look a bit different? I do hope you enjoy it. I certainly do. And frankly, I know it's honestly a work in progress. I'm not really too sure what I'm supposed to be doing. But you know, it is something that I am working on indeed and indefinitely. And I really hope it's good. I hope you can hear me. Hello, mother! Hello! This must be come of your son! No. Oh! Oh my God! Hide your children. Oh my God! I look like I'm on the dark web. Anyways, thank you so much all for joining me for another video. I hope you enjoy my look. Will this be permanent? Who knows? Describe it to me. Let me know in the comments. I don't know. I don't know if you like it. I seem to enjoy it quite well. Have the jewelry, I have the costume. And I was like, you know what? I need something spectacular. Something that can match my persona. Oh, hold on. Disclaimer. I do understand that maybe you're listening to me. There's perhaps of echo in the background. I am actually in my dungeon right now. Yes, apparently I make too much noise in the house. In my own home, I make too much noise. It's a bit ridiculous. I honestly don't understand it myself. But I have to be here in the dungeon, and forgive me, I don't have my candles or my torches set up yet. It is a rather dark and drabby place, but we are here, and that is what we are here for. So, do I sound okay? Do I sound, marvelous? No? I'm sorry. Hold on, 1 moment. I'll be right back. Jesus, I don't understand this. Swear to God. Could have sworn this was better. Anyways, I sure hope, no one notices my delicates. I was doing rather fine, wasn't I? I could have sworn I was. Well, in any case. Where's the chair? Oh, thank God I found it. Hello! Oh my God! It is me! Oh my God! I don't know, I actually like the other mask better. Who knows? But you can see my face more. Obviously the light can. It was picking up something strange on the capture. Is that what they're calling it? I don't know. But alas, this is a real welcome. I apologize for not making this a bit better. I'm just trying to smooth things out. Hopefully this will be good. So this video, I'm excited because I'm going to tell you about all the things that happened this week. The way my mana felt when certain things happened. The trials and the temptations I went through in life in order to proceed better in my venture. So, this week, a lot of things happened. Earlier this week, I was like, you know what, I'm curious about this whole COVID thing. I know mages are immune, but I have to confirm it to all the lovely rejects out there, and my rats, lords and ladies, all of you. And so I was like, forgive me, hold on. I'm adjusting my mask here. I don't want to show you too much. But so I was like, you know what? I'll take this test. And so I went to a place where they were providing free testing there. No line. Mana. It works. I'm telling you. So I was in line. They was like, oh, hello. Would you mind coming around the corner? We actually have the test set up, and we would like for you to come over here and try it out, please. So I was like, okay, that's not a problem. So I went over there in my line, well, in my garb, of course. Not like this, no, God forbid. I have to blend in to, the real world. So it's quite a it's quite a feat. But so I went over there, and they had they had a tube or something of that nature. They had a tube with something in it. I don't really know what it was precisely, but I was a bit nervous about it. And I was like, well, no wonder no one wants to take these tests. Look at this thing. What she took out was initially a Q-tip with a serrated tip at the end of it. And she was like, okay, dear, now I'm going to have this insert inside you. I was like, pardon me? I could have sworn I walked into the right place. No, but she was like, no. This is standard procedure. What you need to do is that you need to take this thing. For those of you who haven't taken the test, this is a really interesting way. This is for you to know what it is like. It's perhaps different in other places, I'm not certain. But that is what it is. So, forgive the echo. Like I said, I am in my dungeon, and it's a work in progress. I don't know what their problem is. I was in my house during the day. I was told to be quiet. It was 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh my God. Oh, anyways, so I go to take the test. I pull out this this death brush, and they were like, "We need this for you to insert it into your nostril, swirl it about, as if I'm trying to take out, my brains or something of that nature." Oh, the light worked. So I have to take it out, and I have to put it in there, and I have to leave it in for 10 seconds. 10 seconds. I was like, are we certainly doing this? This is absolutely ridiculous. So she was like, yes, put this, insert it in your nostril, it'll be fine. So I was like, okay, it honestly hurts. It hurts a little bit. They wanted to go pretty deep in there. You see, what you're doing is that you are taking the brush and you are putting it inwards into your nostril, very deep into your nasal cavity. And so it kind of hurts, honestly. I could feel my septum, just whatever. So of course my eyes are watering. I was pouring out of the nose. And she was like, okay, now. Oh, she was fixing herself. She was very excited to see me. I don't know what it was. But she was like, okay, dear. So now, what I want you to do. She was looking at me. Now, I want you to take this and stick it in the other nostril. I was like, okay. So I was like, I don't know where I am right now, but I was like, I'll comply just for the sake of the content. But she was like, I want you to stick it into the other nostril for another 10 seconds. I was like, are you kidding me? 10 seconds, is that really necessary? She was like, absolutely. It is absolutely necessary, absolutely imperative that you do this, love. You have to do this. And I was like, fine, I'll do it. I did it, and honestly, it was the worst thing of my life. Honestly, I would have rather stuck it up my ass. In my ass! It would have been better in there. It probably would have felt a little better, if I'm being honest. It didn't hurt going up my ass. Going up my nose is another story. But after I left, I was like, oh my God. No wonder no one wants to take this. They have to come up with a better method. But apparently, I don't know why they need to go into the other nostril for. Surely one is okay. Surely one is decent. But they were like, no, we need to stick it into your other nostril. For double the dose of whatever you're looking for. They're trying to get my DNA. But luckily, I have a citizenship. Not a citizenship, I'm sorry. I don't know what you call it. I wasn't born here, but I came up, doesn't matter. But, so I went in there, and for days I was waiting for the results. So, I'll get to that in a bit. So, afterwards, the next day, I was free from the shackles of my mortal workday. So what I did is I decided to go out and buy me a few things. This being one of them. I'm sorry. I'm positively excited because I have a proper costume. A proper, what's the word I'm looking for? A proper wardrobe to entertain all of you. You all deserve it. This mask is fine, but it's like, I really like the other one. It looked like I'm going to sacrifice children. But I mean, we try. We do what we can. So, I go to the store to buy some provisions, of course, because a mage hungers still. Not as much and as, bothersome as the mundane, as you say. But me, as a proper mage, I need proper nutrition. So I go to my grocery store, which is what they call it here. A market. Let's be honest. That's what it is. That is what it is. It is a market. So I went to the market. And I went to purchase a few items, of which I will not tell you. And so I go to the grocery store. The what do you call it? The conveyor belt, the line which you go to. It was actually rather low, and I was like, "What is wrong here? This feels different." I went to a market I was not used to going to. It was in a different city, a different province, as you were. And it was quite large. It was quite big. I didn't know what to think of it. I was a bit nervous going in. They had everything out in display. But I was like, well, this is what we're dealing with. This is what I have to deal with for now. For my personal health, which is very important during these times especially. So I go to the register. A lovely old woman, she was there. She was like, hello, dearie, how are you? I'm like, I'm perfect. How are you, darling? I am absolutely tired. But I am here working because I like to make a living. And helping all of you and gorgeous mages such as yourself. And I was like, how did you know I was a mage? I was like, love. I was like, oh my God, another mage. I was excited. But I'm sorry, I'm just so excited because of the outfit. I was like, oh my God. Should I put the hood down a bit more? Make me look more Yes. Yes. I'm sorry. But anyway, I should probably talk a bit closer just so that I don't have to yell so much. I just, I'm trying to have all this. Oh. Absolutely dreadful. I'm sorry. So afterwards, I go there. I purchase everything I'm going to order. I go back with my card, and I notice that there's still an item that's not in the back in my card. And I was like, oh my God. She didn't scan it. And I was like, in my head, I was like, well, certainly, what could this possibly mean? And I was tempted to just leave with it. But I was like, in order for my mana to function properly, I have to feed my mana. And it was a test for certain. And I was like, okay. I'll just bring it back. I'll just bring it back. It was tempting, but I was like, no, you know what? For the sake of my mana, and for the example I have to set for all of you, I decided to wheel the thing back, and she charged it fine, the lovely dear. So what I found out was that where she was, it was for the impaired. People that are in wheelchairs, they have these lowered lines specifically for people that have that sort of disability. And I was like, that is very progressive. I don't see this too often in so many supermarkets, but it is very nice to see that they are taking into account those of us who are not blessed or cursed to walk on 2 legs, or 4, or 5, But I thought it was rather good. So afterwards, after I got my provisions, I was like, well, you know what? I need to find a proper outfit for these videos, for the things that I have to do, for all of you, because honestly, you are all worth it. So I was like, okay, I'll go to the store, so I'm going to find. I went to when I was nearby, and it was closed. I was like, are you serious? You're really close. And by the way, I didn't get all of this from the same place. Some of these things I've already had. Other things, I was like, you know what? I could probably add that onto it to have a bit of flair. And honestly, I love it. Oh my God, I'm absolutely disgusting. Oh my God. But no, so I decided to drive all the way down there when I could have went there to begin with. And I was able to find this getup, and I was like, this is perfect for what I'm looking for. And if I want to make some additions, which I'm honestly considering, because I feel as though it is important to have a sort of flair, something to distinguish you. Yes, I have all this, but I don't want to dress up so much. But for you, lovelies, perhaps I will. And let me know if you enjoy this look. If you do not, please, let me know in the comments. Be as brutal as possible, because I enjoy it. Should I probably just I'll be one of my rings fell off. Oh my God, I'm sorry. This is live, by the way. Oh my God, hold on. Where is it? No! Oh, I'm sorry. I'm absolutely, I feel like such a pest. This is ridiculous. Hold on. Oh my God. Oh my, by the spirits. Oh my, it is a curse. It is an utter curse. So, so then afterwards, I go forward the next day, working as I do, anxiously waiting for the results. And then the next day, I finally get them. Drum roll, please. I'm sorry, I can't adjust. I'm sorry. I don't have drums. I don't have drums, okay? And the test came back as negative for HIV. Oh no, I'm sorry. It came back positive for madness. I'm joking. No, it came back negative. It absolutely did. And I was like, I told you, mages cannot get this particular virus, the coronavirus. We can get cursed with similar symptoms. But alas, I did not have it because my mana was powerful. Yes, I was so elated. I was so happy. And it was quite important I received these news because I was going to have a bit of a soiree, a bit of a, get together with some friends of mine, not the cold, I'm sorry, I almost said the C word. No, I was just going to have an outing, which is happening today, honestly, but I was like, you know what, as soon as I got the news, I was like, perfect, absolutely perfect. So, I adjust this a little bit. So, yes, so I'm expected to go that today, and we are, I guess, going to the cinema as well. We are going to try to watch, I believe it is called Wonder Woman. I haven't seen it yet. I've heard reviews about it. But honestly, I'll be the judge of that, and perhaps if I watch this video, well, not that video, I mean, Wonder Woman, I will be sure to let you know of my critique, because honestly, whenever this might make me sound like an asshole, but whenever they make these sort of superhero feminine movies, they try so hard to push forward the whole, feminist agenda or whatever, the women empowerment, And honestly, women are already strong. They are powerful creatures, and the most powerful of mages are in fact women. But they're not the only ones. There are men as well. But they try so hard to include women in these sort of things. And I was like, why is this necessary? Like, for example, do you remember the movie Aladdin? Aladdin! Do you remember that horrible movie? Honestly, it wasn't that good. It wasn't that good. Will Smith did an okay job. I thought it was whatever. Aladdin, a very, very nice pick. I liked him very much. Very, very attractive young man. And he fit the part perfectly. And he was also of I believe, the Middle Eastern, I think he was Egyptian, so he sort of fit the criteria most than other people. But the part in the movie, and most of you probably already know where I'm going with this, it was a part after everything happens, Jafar gets the lamp, and then Jasmine, she is about to be escorted to her chambers, and then she just starts singing. And I was like, where are we going with this? And it was the most cringiest thing I have ever seen. I was like, this movie is about Aladdin. It is about Aladdin. It's not about you. You are in it. But it is only to, further the plot. A young boy, of course, is going to fall in love with a young girl. And this won't even come close to the, the interesting conspiracy, or perhaps a controversial statement that perhaps Aladdin is a bit of a whore. Let's be honest. A man such as him, as nice looking as him, gallivanting across Agrabah, all those women he's met and encountered with, you best be sure he probably has a lot of illegitimate children. Because him, he was not a person that would just pull out. I'm sorry, this went to a very weird place. But honestly, it's true when you think about it. A young man just running across. He's a thief, he's a coward, whatever. Doing all of these things. God knows how many women he's been with. Possibly raped, who knows. But that's not the discussion for this video. The video discussion is about Jasmine, who decided to have a glow up in the video. And then, oh my God, so he's a sorcerer. This was before he decided to become a genie. So the whole genie rules don't apply to him because he's a sorcerer. He creates these I don't know, I suppose these pseudo soldiers. They go out they scored Jasmine. And then Jasmine starts singing this song. I forgot what it was. Don't make me sing it, please. I will not. She sings this song. She's about women empowerment in the Middle East, which is funny, hearing about it. But no, it's a fictional story. It's not real. Like no. So she's singing, and then out of nowhere, they just disappear. And then she goes back to the throne room and demand respect, and her father be released. And then this is the whole thing, and I was like, that was absolutely unnecessary. It was stupid. Mulan came out, and it was a good movie. I was like, thank God they didn't do the whole musical thing, because The Lion King was an utter disaster. It was honestly quite repulsive to look at. Donald Glover, I thought, was fine as Simba. Of course, it's like Beyonce in another movie, because she's black and because she sings. There's so many other people they could have used for that role. But they were like, look, Beyonce's a headliner. She's the queen, as it were. And we're like, look, let's just put her as the voice of Nala. I was like, I guess, you know. I feel like Snoop Dogg should have played Scar. He looked like Scar in the animated version. Honestly, I whatever. But I thought Mulan was a good pick because they were trying to make it a lot more realistic. It is about battle. It is about honor. And so you have this young woman living within a society where her role is to stay back and stand by. No. Her job was to just be in the background, to please her husband, her man, or whatever. Women were not allowed to be in war or anything battle of that sort. I suppose this is true considering the history. They did a good job about it. They did a marvelous job. So there was that. And I feel like, I know there's so many other things that I could have perhaps added in to certain movies. There are other movies I'm still waiting for them to do, for them to acknowledge properly. But, I mean, we'll see if it happens. So, so I decided to watch, I've been watching some more anime recently, and if I could possibly give a review about certain things that I saw that I did not like, perhaps in a later video. But this personal video was to introduce this getup and to tell you the things that happened during this week. Oh, that reminds me. Last thing. So, I received a message from one of my friends back home in the magical realm. And apparently, they are asking me to attend, I suppose, some sort of this reunion. And I was like, no, I don't like it here. There's a reason why I went to the mundane world. There's too much drama among mages because it is so boring over there. They have nothing else better to do than to just bother me with all of their rhetoric. They're like, look, media, we want you to come back to the school. There's a lot of alumni going to be there. The professors are going to be there. I was like, is Professor Quincy going to be there? They were like, possibly. I was like, no! I don't like Professor Quincy. He's a moron. He's absolutely abhorrent. I can't stand him. His antiquated notions. I mentioned this in a recording I did a long time ago, an audio log. And I was talking about Professor Quincy. I don't know if he is the one. But Professor Quincy was the type of person that he did not take kindly to other mages' ideas. I was smart. I was intelligent. I was not arrogant. I was trying to inform him of new methods, different ways of doing certain things. He did not like that. And I was like, look, Professor Quincy, with all due respect, I have been at this school for, you know, a certain amount of time. I won't say much. I don't want to date myself. I was there for a long time, Professor. I know this criteria. I know the curriculum already. What you're saying is old news, Professor Quincy. And honestly, look, I don't expect Professor Quincy to see this. I really hope he does not. But honestly, I'm quite tired of it. He was the one, and it was, it was ridiculous. So, I'm trying to not, you know, bring up things that I've already talked about. I know this is a YouTube thing. It's completely, so I probably should go into it. I need to dive back into it because I know I said things and there were things that I possibly don't remember. Right now I'm sorry, my ring keeps coming off. Oh my God. There it is. So, you know, I try to, you know, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm so conceited. Oh my God. But I did not get along with Professor Quincy. There was another professor I did not like. A woman. Oh my, wow. Her name was, oh my God, what was her name? It started with a D. Oh, Delilah. Oh my God. Delilah. I did not like Delilah at all. She wasn't a bad teacher. She was too nice. She was too nice. And then, there were so many times where we went to school, the kids were being, kids, majors being majors. And, there were many times where, she would try to, and she always had to resort to bringing in someone else to handle her situation. And she's a nice person, but I was like, I don't feel like talking. I'm sorry, I just can't associate with you. You're just not me. I'm sorry, you're not me. Oh, but no, seriously. I'm just filling you in on things that happened during this week. And so they were like, look, we need you to come back to the academy. We're very looking forward to it. We have a proposition for you. Something else besides, becoming a freelancer, perhaps semi-permanent. This was a thing. So, I believe it was several months ago, I was sent a letter in my mail. It came in and it was telling me, look, we love to hear from you. We know how much you've been enjoying this sort of mundane thing. We understand that you are reaching out to the mundane. You're submitting videos, audio logs. You're trying to have a calling, a collective of people to join, the group and to just have overall knowledge. We like what you're doing, and you can really reach the young audience. And I was like, where's this going? So I was like, well, thank you very much, but it's very nice. And then the letter said, we would like for you to come back home to discuss a sort of business arrangement. I was like, a business arrangement back home? I wonder what this could possibly be. And they were like, well, we see everything that you're doing. Just, come to the school and we'll fill you in on for the details. And I was loath to come back because that school was a hellhole. I did not like it. I was the type of person where I went there to study. I did my business. I made whatever friends I could, and that was it. I wasn't there looking for popularity, even though I was. I wasn't there looking for, accolades, even though I do. I wasn't looking for, boyfriends or girlfriends, even though I had them. And I wasn't looking for, approval from anyone except for my parents, obviously, because in the marriage world, that matters. So I go to the school, and they were like, we're so happy to have you here. It's such a lovely thing to see you again. I was like, the feeling is semi-mutual. Why have you called me here? I got the notice, I got the letter. What does he want to tell me? We would like to ask you to become a professor of... No! No, I did not want to be a professor. They were like, look. You are young. You understand what the young people like. You are a visionary. You have purpose. You have etiquette. You know what it is we're talking about, and you speak in a way that many people like and understand. You are the perfect choice for this position. Can you please consider it? I was like, I've considered that 5 times before you called me. Okay, this is not the first time you've asked me for this. I thought this was over. You asked me this, I believe it was several years ago, when one of the professors had to leave to another academy in the northeast part of the region, and now you're asking me to take over their place. They were like, look, we're going to pay you handsomely. I'm like, look, what makes you think I want your money? What makes you think I want your gold? Okay, I mean, honestly, more gold wouldn't hurt. But I honestly couldn't believe it. They were like, look, we really want you to join the academy. There are a lot of students here. I was like, what? You could have hired so many other people. There are people. What about the council? Okay, what about the Mage Collective? Can't they send someone over here, perhaps a transfer, in order for them to properly teach these students? And he was like, no, I'm sorry. We need you. We need you because you're the best person for it. You already know how we do things here. You have a proper following. You are the bridge that we need to educate not only the mundane, but also our very own mages. The mages are growing. You are the future. You are here. I'm honestly astounded. They were serious. They were serious about having me recruit me here. They were ready. They were ready. They had crystals out. They had bags of gold to offer me, and I was like, I don't know if I really want this. You're like, look, if you change your mind, it's perfectly fine, but reconsider this. We have other things we can offer you. We even have this. And they were playing dirty, but I liked it. These sons of bitches, these bastards, they pull out a dragon egg. I was like, no, you're not doing this to me. I I could not believe it. They had a dragon egg for this specific time. Oh, and I was like, you dirty bastards. Yeah, how dare you pull a dragon on me? I love dragons. They're very arrogant. I'll go into a video about that later. No, but, you know, the egg itself can be used for lots of components in magical potions and even in certain spells. If you let the dragon mature and get older, their skills can also be harvested, as well as their talents or their teeth. You know, and there's so many things. You can even trade it in for a lot of things or for other items. There's a lot of things you can do with a dragon egg with a full-grown dragon. So, but anyways, this video has gone long enough. I'm just going to end it here. But honestly, it's something you consider. This is just, you know, divulge. I think in the next video, I'll probably talk about something a bit more serious, something a bit more relevant to the current nature of the world, or perhaps to you personally. Like I said in my last video, I was going to talk about acceptance. I perhaps still will, but perhaps something that's a bit more organized. I'm thinking about putting a book together with all the things that I've, you know, known about in my other world, with the monsters, the creatures that I've faced. So I will perhaps divulge that to you in a later video. So, without further more delay, thank you so much for listening. Thanks so much for watching. I'm so happy to hear that you are all right because you're still watching this video. If perhaps in your life you feel as though you are alone, don't feel that way, because we are family, we are together. We are here. We are mages, we are mundane, but we are here together because we identify with one another. We perhaps feel alone, perhaps we feel distant, perhaps we feel isolated from the rest of the society that we live in. And it is not our fault. We have certain talents, certain differences. But honestly, who cares? This is what makes us us. And part of us coming together is understanding who we are, learning our truth, our identity. So, for your weekend, or for the rest of the week, I hope that you are all safe, that you are complying with the CDC guidelines. Mages, we're not infected, but we have to wear them anyway, just to avoid suspicion, to avoid getting people pissed off. We have to wear these things, and it is fine. You can even wear this if you like. Yes. Please, someone do it. We are in a masquerade, and it's like no one notices. No one's doing this. I was like, we're encouraged to wear masks. You might as well make it fabulous. So, wear protection. Be safe. What are your mandrakes? Don't. Oh, I'll discuss that to you. Oh, mandrakes. I could go into a whole thing about, but I won't. I won't. Just for the sake of this video. Feed your animals and. Hold on. Remember, you know, do not sag. It is not cute, and it is not sexy.